It is finally Friday, so we are at the end of another amazing week of summer camps, which means that we have another story for you guys, which is why we have one of our other friends here. How about you introduce yourself?
Hi, my name is Damara Barkman, and I come from Spanish Lookout, and I'm here as core team this year.
That is right. So a shout out to the people in Spanish Lookout, because this week we get to share a little bit about what God has been doing in Damara's life. So last year, she came as a volunteer for 1 week, and it was her first time ever here at BCE. And you know how it goes. We'll want to go back in time, see what she shared last year before we get into the awesome stuff that God has been doing in her life this summer here at BCE. So Damara, you ready to take a look?
Yep, sure.
All right.
Yeah, it's such an honor and privilege to be able to work with these kids and watch them just open up more and being able to, it's a really good setup that BCE has set up so that we can just teach them the Word, and that also the Word helps us just as much when we teach it. I think God has been showing me how important it is to be willing to step out of my comfort zone to serve Him, and just the people here that are an example of that, of what it is to really give up their life in complete service for Him, and how important it is to, like the Bible literally says, to take up your cross and follow Him. So we all have a cross to carry. It's going to be hard, but it's important to be willing to do that. So it's been kind of a time of self-examination to see if am I willing to do that, to follow God wholeheartedly.
Wow, well, we can definitely see, how God was working in your life in that 1 week. But, share to us a little bit about what might have been something that you took with you when you went back home, and how God continued to work in your life in the past year.
Yeah, something that really stuck out to me the week that I was here last year is seeing how much the leaders and the staff here poured out and sacrificed so many things for the kids in the city. And the week that I was here, I think we often hear about the camps that we go to, there's 100 kids, there's a lot of kids, but the camp I went to, we actually started off with just 2 kids. Wow. And so the way the leaders and the staff still poured out so much on just those 2 kids, even though it grew throughout the day and throughout the week, but still that really inspired me to be able to reach out more kids, 2 kids more on an individual basis, and to see how much each life matters. I got the opportunity to teach a small kindergarten class in my community after that, following that summer. And so I was able to take what I learned and be able to use that as I taught the kids, and I guess I learned to be willing to make sacrifices to serve the kids in the best way that I can.
Wow, that is awesome to kind of see how you took, what you saw in the summer, and you took it back home, and you continue to just love on kids, which is just really awesome. That's what it's all about, right? And now, the year passed, you came back, not for a week, but for the entire summer as core team. So share to us a little bit about how you came to that decision, or why did you decide to come as core team?
Yeah, it was actually something I considered doing, or last summer I heard about the opportunity to be able to serve, do camps all summer, and I thought that would be really cool, but I decided to just do 1 week that summer. And I kind of thought the idea would just pass over throughout the year, but it just kind of stuck with me, and as it got closer to the summer, it was something that I felt God was laying even more heavily on my heart. And so one of the biggest things that I thought would be a good opportunity is, I know we often talk about being a missionary overseas, or going out to the places where the kids, or where a lot of people need Jesus, and that just to have that opportunity in my own country, and just to have what BCE offers here, was really something that I felt like the Lord was leading me to for that summer. And so it was something I continued to pray for, and eventually it was if this is something God has laid on my heart, so if this is what you want me to do, I'm gonna go for it. And if it's not God's will, I just ask that He would close doors, but it all opened up. And so I love being able to connect with the kids on a one-on-one. I really love just like having conversations with them and learning about them, but also being able to like meet with them on a personal level and just have fun with them too. Being able to do the worship songs with them is really enjoyable, and to just kind of like see the energy of the kids and being able to like build off of that, and it's really, yeah, I love it.
Wow, well, that's all amazing to hear. I mean, we love young people that love taking the gospel to Jesus, and you've definitely been a big part of that this summer. So thank you for sharing that with us, with everybody who's watching. These are the stories, and they are very real, and this is how God is working in our country this summer. So make sure to stay tuned, as every week we want to continue sharing these stories with you guys.
BCE